Halo semuanya, balik lagi dengan gua Royal Gameplay seperti biasa. Oke, kita gabut, kita main game. Anyway, kemarin kita udah tamat ya teman-teman ya. Sekarang kita bakal nonton game again. Oke, dengan kata lain kita ngulang lagi, oke, sebelum tamat teman-teman. Jadi jangan pernah, oke, jangan pernah gitu loh ngungkapin ke semuanya. Oke, kita udah tahu udah yang ini. Oke, everything, just everything. Oke, we know it. Oke, just keep it. Nah, nanti tanggal 20 ini ya, bajingan banget gitu loh. Hari pas yang dimana dia diintegrasi itu sama si Sae gitu loh. Nah, di sini loh.
The effects of that drug are gonna. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Nah, grasp the truth will save you from the brink of the ruin. The truth gitu ya, benar.
Is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future,
and then
recall the bonds you formed with your allies.
Recall the bond?
And grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
How? How in the fuck can do that, okay? Kok nggak tuh tell the truth, okay, yang kebenaran gitu ya.
So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice.
Disappointing of the... Kita bener udah di luar, emang di luar apa namanya? Ini loh, di luar apa sih namanya, cognitive science itu loh. Wah, halo Tuhan, selamat datang by the way. Kita ulang, oke? Sering banget
My allotted time is nearly up. I do have a suggestion though. Care to strike a deal?
If you cooperate with me, I'll consider like Niger. A deal?
I have a responsibility to solve your operation. You've corrupted the order.
Udah tahu gue.
Tell me first. One of the victims, Ichiri, the daughter, the heir, and
no.
Those are your accomplices.
Sebenarnya bukan Ai lagi, tidak tertarik, tapi tertrap. Kita nggak pakai EE lagi, itu gara-garanya satu, nggak ada screenshotan yang pas gitu loh. Itu yang jadi masalah. Biasanya ini sendiri sih apa namanya cari screenshot atau cari di internet gitu kan, lalu masukin ke AI gitu, tinggal gambar lagi ulang. Tapi abis kreditnya anjing, trialnya abis. Dipantau Tiff? Never heard of him? No.
So you won't sell out your friends?
Iyalah.
Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves.
Scholar could have pulled this,
Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened.
Bodo amat pandai ya, kalau kita jujur ya mati juga gitu kan, enggak ya gitu juga gitu loh. Mati kering sama jok sendiri. Iya elah. Kan kita masih biasa juga gitu loh, apa namanya?
Did you not?
Ini loh, biasa juga kan ngertawain jok-jok sendiri gitu loh kan. Belum juga joknya keluar gitu kan, tiba-tiba udah ketawa duluan gitu kan. Jadi nggak lucu lagi gitu.
Can you tell me about them?
There were no such people. Nggak ada.
So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators?
No, gue sendirian.
Do you even understand the position that you're in? Let's discuss one other person, Goro Akechi. There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well.
Oh, nggak ada tuh, tapi matanya melirik ke kanan gitu kan.
Might he be a part of your team too?
That's impossible. Gak mungkin lah.
Goro Akechi wasn't one of you.
Gak mungkin lah. Goro Akechi melirik kanan gitu kan. Gak mungkin masuk lah.
So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me.
Nope. I don't know a thing, okay?
Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor?
Yes.
Why won't you talk about them?
Because we're not gonna be like lu ngomongin orang lain itu nggak boleh loh, Mbak. Benar. It's wrong, okay?
Don't be ridiculous. You're the one who's made wrong choices.
Well, I admit that thing, okay? Gue bener anjir. A wrong choice dan mati akhirnya anjir. Justice in outside. Kan?
Justice? Then tell me.
Jangan
what is
gebrek-gebrek
this
kayak gitu,
justice
takut
you
gue anjir
speak
mbak. Omelin bang, tahu dia ngomelin gue sendiri anjir, cewek kalau udah marah-marah ngeri anjir. Nggak nampar sih, tapi jambak gitu loh. Kan setiap orang punya hak gak berbicara. I remain silent. I'm saving the other, okay?
Saving others?
Yes.
An awfully simple response.
Simple aja gitu kan.
You
Tapi sulit,
continue to
okay?
stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing.
Nggak
And
ada
it
apa
doesn't
ya?
help that your story sounds like a fairy tale.
Sound like a fairy
But
tale.
many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? I
Kebenaran.
don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story.
You still doubting me?
After all this, you're still...
The drug is
Are you
terwar.
listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off.
The
I
truth
won't be
serum? Emang
deceived
ada
by
truth
such a
serum
poor
teman-teman?
act.
Kayak di film-film aja, apa sih namanya? Apa sih namanya? Aduh lupa lagi. Obat bius kebenaran gitu. I won't be deceived. I feel like I'm forgetting something important.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
Pancake?
There's no way he could have reacted
Making
like that if he hadn't
pancake.
heard me.
There's no way called reacted like that if I hadn't heard me.
Hey. Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although
Okay.
I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer.
Did you want to win?
Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
Interrogation room. That's right, if I remember.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go?
Uh-huh.
Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she?
Special interrogation room, okay?
Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Lure them in there?
Hey. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking here. Goodbye.
Why did you come?
Why? Because this is my job. Don't ask me such odd questions. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby.
Oh, remain standby terus katanya
A
teman-teman.
short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct?
Iya, sold you out katanya.
That's true. Who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Bentar yang tahu lah antara dua sih teman-teman. Apa namanya, teman Phantom Thief itu sendiri si Akechi, atau yang kedua yang tahu ada Takemi, ada juga tahu, oke? Sujiro tahu juga. Yang ketiga adalah Karumi atau Maruki kalau nggak salah, Dr. Maruki, oke?
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out.
Sell us out?
All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader.
Hand it over?
The smartphone, duh. We've been talking about it this whole time.
Smartphone?
Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done.
Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion?
We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
A smartphone?
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
I want to make a deal with you.
Yes, very well. Go on.
Go on.
If you know something,
The
I
blank.
won't allow things to end like this.
Tiba-tiba nih. I wanna do geblank. Gitu loh. The phone.
You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready.
Oh,
We
app, huh?
gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Him? Siapa him?
Makoto and the others should have told you.
Makoto and the
I'm
other?
talking about the true culprit here. You know, the traitor.
Cowok berarti, him.
Hey, what are you trying to get at here? And what
Ah,
about
I
the smartphone?
see. So the traitor.
The traitor?
The traitor? Nggak tahu dia sih.
Could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that?
We could say they stole the guard gun and committed suicide. Oh,
Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that run, my task will be simple. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Please. I need you to be
Gebler,
clear with me.
gebler.
Who am I supposed to show this to?
I already told you.
What do you... My god. You're referring to him. aren't
Him?
You?
Who is him, huh? I don't know, okay? You need to trust me, okay? Gua ngasal geblar-geblar aja anjir sebenarnya. Who is him? The
What
true
are you
culprit.
plotting?
But
I can't
who?
even begin to fathom it. But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once.
Mhm.
I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone, right?
Yes. Lah malah naik anjir.
I am Dada.
I'm da. It's Max.
All right. All right.
Satan nggak tadi anjir?
I'll be going.
Emang ada fusionnya Satan di Justice?
What good will this do, though?
Ifrit kayak kalau nggak salah ada Ifrit juga kan? Nah teman-teman, the true culprit.
A Ketchikun?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well.
They assigned you command?
Command?
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here. Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
Ya kalau perbisaan
That
itu
was
ada.
but a lie I spread to set them up.
Masa sih?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves.
Oh really?
I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
Masa Akechi yang sold this off
My god. You're referring to him.
to him?
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
Excuse me? What is this phone?
Apa ini
It
phone ini?
belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally.
Masa sih Akechi yang jahat ya? Gue kira baik aja orangnya loh.
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment.
Apakah ada di plot twist
Good luck in
teman-teman?
there.
Foolish woman.
Foolish woman. Mati! Again? Really?
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Huh? What are you?
Masa mati lagi gue sih?
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan. And now it will be completed.
You and a little fun fighter to our plan, huh?
Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
Oh my. Did I die again? Hey! It's twice a day, okay?
Have you finally pieced it all together?
God damn it, I'm dead again. Really? Pew!
Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
Oh. What? Mati lagi, really? Gimana sih? How in the fuck? Ngeselin banget. Sumpah nih, gimana caranya sih untuk apa namanya yang bener sih? God fucking dang it. Mati lagi atau gimana sih anjing? How in the first place dia punya itu juga sih, apa namanya? Punya lupa lagi apa namanya, handgun yang tipe silencer gitu loh.
Shido-san, my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best.
Oh, berarti ada juga ya satu orang yang bakalan hilang gitu, walaupun nggak full lagi. Akechi belum full juga, teman-teman.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Strange cat?
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy.
Bentar dulu nih, berarti Akechi gue sampai 5 doang gak bisa naik lagi dong. Ada satu karakana yang gak ketahuan. Sen juga udah hampir, gue gak tahu ternyata Akechi bakalan kayak gitu. And then apa yang terjadi ya hilang juga gitu loh.
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
No, it can't be.
Kok kenapa ke si director yang kenanya?
Even me. Shit.
What the hell, mati gitu lah.
The Phantom Thief Alibaba?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves.
An anchor to justice?
I inquire as to your justice. Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
He isn't really fucking dead, okay?
And committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Damn, konspirasi banget anjir, sumpah.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well.
Ah.
Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want me to save him?
Berarti Guru Akechi ya? Kenapa 2 Persona 4 dan Persona 5 itu sama gitu loh? The hell is happening?
What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Huh?
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Ketahuan bohong aja.
The guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
Ya bener, semuanya benar gitu kan.
He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
Charmnya tinggi banget anjir. Dedeng. Tambah 25 anjir. Charmnya.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who is...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idol thing, you know? That cool?
Idol?
What a surprise to think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Masuk season 2 tuh gimana nih anjir?
Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Don't need to worry about your future. Enak banget ya anjir. Dengan skill yang lu ini gitu loh.
Normal. Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still,
Apa yang terjadi nih kira-kira?
most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
Tapi belum diumumkan namanya siapa ya?
That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one phantom thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
Belum tahu aja lagi anjir sama yang pernah di Shinjuku Academy loh. Salah satu orangnya.
Also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That phantom thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have
Main sentuh aja sih bangsat anjing.
being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
Dang. Emang beritanya kayak gitu ya? Beritanya emang committed suicide, teman-teman.
It can't be.
Meninggoy jokernya. My word. Ini yang bener jalannya tuh bukan sih sebenarnya sih?
We got him.
Hah? We got him gitu lah. Anjir ini pemainnya aja di plot twist juga lo anjing.
It would seem as though you have been killed.
Lu udah mati ya, beberapa kali udah mati, paling ke safe house aja sih. Safe
But
room.
why were you killed? Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy.
Okay.
Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
Nah, baru dijelasin nih dari tadi anjing. Jadi emang masuk ke dalam ini dulu kah atau gimana sih? That's right, was during the school festival. Oh, yang ini. Iya, emang di sini pada saat di sini kan di skip nih.
Hey. You realized it too then.
Hah? Nah, di sini realize it nih dia.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Pancake? Ya benar. I think he's lying.
Right. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station. There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy.
Oh, berarti udah tahu juga gitu loh. Let's do some research. Yes.
Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right away.
Karena dia selalu ketemu terus kayak gitu loh. Yang ini yang tadi nih.
One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
Is there any way?
Right, we really need your help.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
Directly,
So
huh?
it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan. That's perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Keep it a secret, eh?
Don't worry, I'll tell you the details later.
Fine. Kenapa whisper anjir? Playernya juga pengen denger anjing.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Di mana dia nge-planting bug ya kira-kira ya teman-teman?
I see. So we're going to use this place.
How in the hell?
I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
Dari mana mereka dapatnya itu?
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet.
Okay.
There are still things that must be done.
I remember it started to become clearer. That's right. It's what really happened to me at that moment. Kena atau enggak sih sebenarnya dia pas ditembak itu? Wah, kecenya belum full lagi anjir. Gua kira si Ana tadi loh. Wah. Anjir kayak gitu. Siapa sih? Ada kok katanya pakai shadow ya. Would you like to save progress progress? Yes. Yang kedua. Oke. Itu sebagai pengingat kita teman-teman yang di sini, oke. Kita udah tamatin satu bad ending, oke. Let's go. Season 2 kita anjir mainin. Oh, jadi juga gini juga, walaupun sudah si Phantom Thief-nya itu tadi mati gitu kan, diibaratkan juga bunuh diri kayak gitu. I'm exhausted.
Hey, don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening?
Truck wearing off?
Are you listening?
I am, yes.
Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation.
Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
Ulterior motive, ha? Ada motif yang lain, teman-teman.
Completely different level than just that.
Anjing di plot twist, anjing. Playernya pun juga di plot twist, baseng emang.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
Ya nggak sampai full loh anjir loh, si apa namanya, si ini, si siapa namanya, Akechi. soalnya sampai 5 doang kemarin itu. Gue mau fokusan sama ini doang anjir.
Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
Wow.
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him.
Oh gitu.
And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time.
Dia sendiri gitu loh.
The whole time he was working with
Wah,
Makoto's
anjing
sister,
emang.
he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere.
Oh,
The
di
grand
atas lagi.
mastermind behind this all.
Apakah Shida itu tadi
Unimaginable
anjir?
fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think
Mastermind.
that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that
Oh,
plan,
pantas kita harus tanggal
he may opt to
18
kill us
aja ya.
immediately.
Nggak bisa apa namanya duluan gitu loh.
Damn it. So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace.
Ah, oh mereka ini men-triggering
There's
Palace.
something I'd like to say regarding...
Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage.
Oh gitu.
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity.
Really?
You gotta be kidding me.
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is,
Oh.
inside of a palace.
Inside the palace, huh?
Yes. We could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Oh, berarti dia masukin ke ininya.
Yeah, that's it.
But
It
how?
seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down.
Oh, Sujiro
I'm
tahu
gonna fetch
juga lah. Oh, gue kira Sujiro nggak tahu juga ternyata ya.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big bastard.
Anjir, masih hidup anjing.
How you been?
I mean, I died, yes.
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
It's truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
Bener juga sih.
You weren't told
Dikira udah
anything?
mati gitu.
I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
Almost gave me a heart
I
attack.
didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
Supaya
What we
hilang
did was
tuduhannya
make
gitu
that
kan.
enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
Oh.
True culprit?
The true culprit, huh?
I see. So you guys were going up against someone else?
It was Goro Akechi.
Wah,
I knew
anjir.
beforehand that he was the
Gak
traitor.
bisa naik Goro Akechi loh. Ternyata traitornya itu gitu kan. Akechi mess up, okay?
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up.
Bener juga sih. Gak bisa juga yang langsung dikatakan ibaratnya ke publik gitu loh, ke publik bahwa Akechi adalah apa namanya musuh terbesar kita gitu kan, atau traitor atau yang dibalik semua konspirasi itu. Gitu.
Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
Oh, gua aja ada di plot twist juga anjir. Gua kira siapa Akechi begitu kan. Ternyata Akechi musuh juga bazing memang. Okay, let's go. Okay, gulut tuh.
So what was this mistake Akechi made?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
Oh.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sejujurnya nggak tahu lah.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true.
You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person.
Like a normal person.
Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Wow.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place. I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here.
Oh, pancake itu.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Ah.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
Oh, sudah duluan dia di
And since he
metaverse.
was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
History was too good, you know.
He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
Di book, okay.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out.
Oh,
I was
yang
actually
itu ya
printing
bener.
my app.
Ya bener kan, gue kira bener apa gitu kan, pasti diminjem HP itu.
Pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act. After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act.
Oh, udah tahu juga mereka bakalan kayak gitu ya.
That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur
Kenapa
on the first
musuhnya
day.
polisi-polisi mulu lu ya? Kali ini kan detektif ini kan. Kemarin tuh ya juga tuh apa namanya? Si Takemi itu siapa namanya? Lupa gue lagi tuh. Di Persona 4.
The guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they plan to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
Wow. Tapi yang aneh juga itu Soldiers juga kenapa tadi kan apa namanya emang dari mereka juga guardnya itu. Pakai ini silencer udah aneh kan? Tiba-tiba pakai silencer juga gitu loh.
But to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
In the first place kenapa dapat juga ya dia ya? Di mana tempat ini? Tempat anunya.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission.
Using you.
Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Oh, ini masih reality dengan kata lain punyanya si Sae gitu kan.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
And that's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
Yeah. No, till we got to school
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
Well, we had to trust it, yes.
And it was absolutely the best decision we could have made.
Makoto is normally so calm as well. But once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
Impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
Buta dia dengan achievement, oke? Biasalah gamer juga gitu juga anjir. Bukan nikmatin apa namanya, bukan nikmatin cerita atau segala macam, malah cari apa namanya ini speedrunner anjir.
And regarding its location, I take it you use the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Ya bener, yang bener-bener sama gitu kan.
Since he had yet to be caught though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work.
Nah kan tiba-tiba gitu kan, tiba-tiba dia apa namanya, polisian yang beberapanya itu kayak apa sih namanya sama gitu loh.
They looked no different from actual living people.
Oh, pantas
After
ada.
that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush.
Oh, ada police ambush.
Even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
Oh, nggak bisa keluarin.
Except that was all an act.
Hah?
We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Diumpanin dong.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
Oh, emang plannya juga.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
Dengan HP itu kan?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Ah. Remote akses di metaverse. Remote akses.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room.
Idly.
Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
Well, I can't see it either, you know.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
Oh, gitu.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Apa itu?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble.
Oh, persuasinya itu tadi. Makanya yang tadi gue mati anjir pada saat gue jujur anjir.
Consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Well, it's a lot and safe, okay? Don't remember drugs?
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But
yes.
What did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Nggak pernah ngecek juga, tapi langsung diberitain. No. Emang kuat banget anjir anunya. Kuasanya.
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Wow.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless
Banyak banget influence-nya.
We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Mijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died.
Well, I already died somehow, and it's gonna be loaded again, and then just what it is, okay?
Truly glad you made it back safe.
Well, It was close, really. Yes.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die.
Interrogate meant to die,
I just wanted to avoid backlash.
Avoiding backlash supaya nggak anu banget gitu loh.
Very well.
Supaya ada kerjaan doang
I will
anjir.
do my utmost to assist you. You saved me after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped.
Banyakan pikiran
and
aja.
feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs.
Ah.
It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Afteran juga sih, udah hampir sore-sore juga, sekitar mungkin jam 5-an kayak gitu
Let
loh.
us accept his offer. What a great man.
Yay!
That sounds
Bambang
familiar.
Samsudin, weh. That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is that...
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
Stroke, huh? Issue you. Shoo! Shoo!
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
His loss gonna be more, padahal
It was thanks
dibunuh
to his
aja.
efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death.
Ah.
I'll take
SIU
my
itu
time
tadi
choosing
dia
successor
memberikan izin ke
after the
Akechi-nya untuk datang ke interrogation room itu tadi, ternyata pantas.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
Oh, cuman electionnya doang anjir. Really?
And on to our next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
18 next? Berarti hampir 1 bulan lagi kira-kira lah. Tanggal bulan
Elections,
12.
Don't
San
matter
harus
to
selesai
us.
dulu tuh.
It's not like we can vote in him yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard back at him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi, yes,
Akechi
first.
accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Ah. Kita ada namanya dapat teman-teman.
Feels like I heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Masayoshi Shido?
Who?
Siapa
I
namanya?
believe he's a politician.
Oh, politician.
Remember
Politikus,
Ryuji?
teman-teman.
You said his speech was too loud.
Omongannya terlalu ini bang, apa namanya, terlalu nyaring ternyata.
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Mungkin nggak?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns.
Oh, dapat profit pada saat dia ada apa namanya, administrasi psychotic breakdown, teman-teman.
He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity.
Oh, gara-gara pantun tip dia naik
On top of
popularitasnya.
that, he'll most likely become the next prime minister if he wins this upcoming election.
Yap, jadi menjadi PM oke dengan prime minister. Yang electionnya tanggal 18 ini, teman-teman.
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
ngebunuh orang demi public image supaya dapat jadi prime minister doang teman-teman, atau kayak ya presidennya mungkin lah kira-kira
So
gitu
his
loh.
current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
Jadi batu loncatan
We'll
anjir.
make him have a change of heart.
Semua yang
no
ada
matter
dibunuh
what
itu
it
jadi batu
takes.
loncatan doang anjir.
Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
Oh.
I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba.
Oh, sudah tahu juga dia bakalan Shishido nih gitu kan. Ada yang apa namanya penghancuran atas segala macam kayak gitu loh tentang Wakaba ini. Mengarahnya tuh ke Shido gitu loh.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Dang.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns.
Oh, ada researchnya tentang psychotic
So I
breakdown.
tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties.
It's you, huh?
I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
Nggak ada yang percaya tuh.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes prime minister? What about the world?
Well,
the issue is simpler than that.
You
This is
died.
nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard.
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
Duh.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head? I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
This palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Di mana ya kira-kira ya? Well, the Diet Building maybe?
Got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Yeah. What about Kechi somehow?
No need to waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head.
Okay, fine.
Nobody against it?
Of course.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's go.
Win this
Going to the police again.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that Diet Building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
17, huh?
It's best
Fine.
we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
Fine.
That reminds me. What are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
Thank you, Mas Kawakami.
I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
Intellectual.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round. but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Cuma 2 tahun dan half year. Berarti 2,5 tahun ya?
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy, huh?
Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers.
Berarti dia yang ingin bekerja sama ini ya, sama Sido ya.
If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
Oh, dia pernah juga sih masuk ke research cognition itu tadi kan.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Kira-kira gimana caranya dia masuk ya?
With a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown. And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Masa depan dari negara ini. Apa maksudnya nih? Idealismenya nih.
You was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher.
Wakaba
She wouldn't
Ishiki?
have had to die if she just complied.
Oh, udah tahu juga comply katanya itu kan.
Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root.
Atau dengan kata lain kayaknya untuk emang mereka sendiri gitu loh, apa researchnya itu.
After all,
Wakaba ini kan menentang tiba-tiba meninggoy.
director on our side until recently.
Until recently dibunuh juga sih, oke.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools.
Emang berdua ini aja ya, kira-kira ya kulpritnya ya masih ada lagi di belakangnya mungkin.
Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times.
Yang sama dengan koreksinya ya, sama cognitive science ini sama sih, Wakaba lagi siapa lagi namanya lupa gue lagi. Lupa gue namanya siapa tapi yang itu loh, yang Dr. Maruki kalau nggak salah.
And solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
Sangat troublesome, huh? Ada Phantom Thief gitu kan.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
Ya kan cuman kita salahkan aja kan, lay the blame on them gitu loh. But hey, we're not dead yet, okay?
I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned.
Mastermind ini ya si Sido ya. Dan gue pernah penasarannya ini sebenarnya ini loh. Si Akichi ini dapat kekuatannya dari mana gitu loh. Emang dibukain sama anu juga kah? Sama Igor juga kah? Atau gimana gitu loh?
Country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
Bukannya Jepang udah kalah gitu. Bisa kah jadi gitu apa namanya compete to the world gitu kan?
And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the chosen one.
Anjir, the chosen one lagi anjir, orang yang terpilih gitu ya.
Influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become prime minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
I'll grant whatever wish you want. Apa
With this
kira-kira?
most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
The future, huh?
Well, how do I put this?
So, everything is settled down, udah aman-aman aja kan teman-teman? Let's gonna get lagi sih, get some rest, ha? Besok kalau nonton katanya. Ready to sleep now, really?
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip?
How so?
Well, remember how I put that wire? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Nijima, who had your phone, ran into a Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Oh, 2 orang itu pantes seneng GPS-nya nih ngepas atau enggak, sebenarnya kayak gitu aja gitu.
The Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable.
Push the button. Cuman nav-nya tuh cuman kayak push the button doang. Sebenarnya remote doang itu.
Sorry.
So.
Oh, by the police report, your dad isn't gonna show up at the school. No need to worry. Haven't said anything to me. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine.
How do I put this?
Hey.
Saya gak boleh juga anjir. Take it easy, okay, fine.
I'm gonna head back then.
Let's go sleep now.
Guess he won't be going to school for a while.
Gak ke sekolah anjir.
Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other.
Gak peduli ha, sama Shido ha.
But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well.
Enemy of my friend is my enemy, huh?
Well then, we should get to sleep. You know, something that Futaba said before, when you were in a pinch in the palace, she picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
Someone who came to your rescue? It was Kasumi.
So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe now. And I'll even lend you a hand with that.
0,32% udah hilang aja anjir. Dari 80 hampir 90 anjir, tiba-tiba hilang jadi 3% doang anjir.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus,
rumornya si Shido, huh?
Getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those phantom thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
We'll show you.
Homer baca di lah, yep. How do you know? I just know pulling something with the Sakamoto gun and the other, huh? Also make sure you're keeping with your study. Housework, okay? As long as you request me katanya anjir. Kayaknya banyak banget bakalan full ini beberapa.
Cut that out.
What do you build this skull anyway? Masih langsung afternoon aja gitu ya? No problem here. Oh, thank God you're safe. Berarti udah tahu juga leadernya ya?
Hey.
And eat curry and stay steady, huh?
Okay.
Terselesa but not look so far, huh? So by accident back in April? Now you can mention it that accident lost Minister of Transport. Oh. Oh, kerjanya si Shido juga toh. Join, oke. Kita disuruh ikut juga gitu loh. Tapi ketahuan gak sih sebenarnya sih? Takutnya ketahuan gitu kan. Masih hidup kan tiba-tiba. Oh, nutup.
You going out?
Yes.
You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right? Ugh. Just don't stay out too late.
Fine.
Akechi isn't here.
Akechi nggak ada di sini katanya.
Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long. We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
Conditions have not been met. What about a mansion?
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
What about an arena?
Imperial Palace?
Nope. Nggak ada yang dapet anjir.
It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier?
Barrier? What do you mean by that?
Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Or maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
Nggak tahu juga
There
katanya.
was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
Bodybuilding?
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him.
Legislator?
Excuse me. I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Damn, smooth as fuck, huh?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust.
Dedicated
He's
country,
an
huh?
admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician. I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
An exemplary answer. It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Dang, okay.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Ada mencurigakan anak muda di depan sini.
Is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
Okay.
We should all think about this tonight.
Tonight, kah? Apa kira-kira dapetinnya anunya ya? Distortionnya.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Look who's talking.
Siapa yang bicara
What does
nih?
it mean to be a
Like, who's
politician with
talking?
responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
The election's public notification is tomorrow. But no matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so
Semua orang gitu loh dukung Shido gitu katanya. Deceiving itu dibohongi gitu kan. Goddamn fake. Itu representatif, huh? Shido is cabinet minister forly. Apparently he also won a contest for people who want luck. Huh.
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
I want to going inside the Momentos right now.
I'll just add this.
If I can though, but I can right now. Okay. And now what you know about it, teman-teman? Kepala gue semakin sakit aja anjir. Maybe gue sampai sini dulu lah live streaming kali ini anjir. Gue pusing anjir kepala gue, entah kenapa anjir. Dari tadi sore anjir gue kira bakalan udah hilang gitu loh, apa namanya. Sakit kepala gue kayaknya masih menjadi-jadi loh, mulai dari sakit kepala dan juga apa sih namanya leher belakang gue. Ya mungkin sampai sini dulu lah, gue mau istirahat aja lah, rebahan anjir. Panas banget juga kamar gue di 33 derajat. Sani di 32,5 derajatnya, hampir-hampir udara siang lah mungkin kira-kira di kamar gue. Ini gue teman-teman. You know what? Have a nice day, okay? And goodbye.
Something.
I'm a chef,